Hello FlossTube Stitchers. Welcome to my hot mess of a video today. I did not get a video done last week. I guess I feel a great sense of responsibility to other parts of my job, and when I have a lot of mail orders stacked up or emails to answer or bills to pay or merchandise ordering to do, the video kind of comes after all of that, and last week just got away from me, so I didn't do one. And when I figured out that I wasn't going to be able to post one until the 13th, I decided to call it Lucky 13. And I was going to show Carol Leonard's Lucky 13 from the Amy Brecken Designs Sal. And I discovered today that I don't actually have her model here. I only took a photo of it for social media. And I posted it on Instagram and Facebook today because I had already taken the photo. So what I have of hers on loan at the moment is actually Holly Jolly All Year Long, which is also an Amy Brecken Sal, which I was going to show a little bit later in the year. So I'm going to show a photo of it because I couldn't think of anything else at the last minute to base the video on or name it. So duh, it's still Lucky 13. So this is what the whole thing looks like. This is Amy's photo. And then this is her graphic design for it. So number one gives you the writing, and then the rest of them came as individual little characters. They came 2 per month for 6 months. And actually the giveaway this week is also going to be Lucky 13. So if you've never done this series and you want to do the whole thing, I will give you number one and whatever other character you want to start with. And if you want to do them as individual little ornaments for a Halloween tree, or little easels or pillows for a bowl, whatever, I'll just give you your choice of 2 different characters. And you don't have to decide now. We'll just let the winner decide. So anyway, that's going to be the giveaway. So the Holly Jolly looks like this, done individually. This is actually October from Marlene Oleniak. And the rest of the October monthlies, which were on schedule to be shown, are from Carol Leonard. This is from the Heart, the mini sampler series. And Carol just pops these in and out of the same frame. Hands-On Design has a year of celebrations, and they all come in the same book. And Carol again pops them in and out of a black frame. Hands-On Design also has the Well Hello There series, which comes in one booklet form, and then the button sets come separately. And Carol has several colored frames, I think, that she pops this in and out of. Needle Bling Designs has What's in Your Jar, and Carol had fun choosing different fabrics from her stash to do these on, not necessarily what the designer called for. And Stony Creek Collection had a monthly, this I think was 2011, 2012. And in this case, because the frames all came with cute little embellishments, Carol purchased all 12 frames instead of popping them in and out of a solid black one. And then Sue Hillis's Dessert of the Month series could be done as one big piece, or it could be done separately. This is October. So there are some other monthly series, but the Stitchers have October at home, so I can't show those. Let's move on to new products. So I'll start with the charts. And these are both from the Tiny Modernist, Halloween tea and Halloween stitching. Those are so cute. It's So Emma stitch cards. This is set F, which is all Halloween. And this is number 3 in the Prim Stitch series, Peace and Plenty. Annie B's Folk Art has some Christmas ornaments, I believe. La-di-da did some really cute pumpkins in a parade. Some are happy, some are scary. Ghosty Goodies from Loohoo Stitches. Another seasonal design from Manny Dodonna, October 31st. Part 5, Winter in the Tiny Modernist Every Season Sal. And Part 5 in her Ouija series. And in this one, you get those 3 motifs, which could be done separately as little ornaments. Tra-la-la has Autumn 2, where she's collecting acorns. And Witch. There we go. And then just Cross Stitch Magazine. This is the December issue because they're always 2 months ahead in printing. And I just had to show this. They had a customer design contest for ornaments. And one of my mail order customers, Cindy Lash from Indiana, is featured. I'm not going to show the chart. So she did Under the Mistletoe. Isn't that pretty? So I just had to show that off. All right, and then I've had this chart for a few weeks, but I was waiting for the fabric to come in. October 31st, 1693, from the Blackberry Rabbit. And the fabric comes as a fat quarter. I haven't even cut it yet. So this is October 31st newsprint. That's what the whole piece looks like. And then there it is up close. So very cute. I'm sure there's a lot of other Halloween designs you could do on that as well. And then I have another new fabric. It's been on back order for a while. I was hoping it would come in before Halloween because I thought it might make another nice substitute for all the blacks out there. So, of course, it is 40 count, so it's not everybody's cup of tea, but this is Zweigart's Newcastle in anthracite, and it is kind of in the middle of DMC 413 and 414. So that's what that looks like, and I just have to brag a little bit. I love when I see, you know, famous people commenting on my videos or my posts. And oops, wrong one. Let's see here. I took a picture of it, so I didn't have to copy it. But you know, Jenny from Long Dog Stitcher, DAWG, she wrote, "I really appreciate you showing fabrics with the closest DMC equivalent. I use that kind of information for reference when choosing my Long Dog, DOG, fabrics and threads. Your videos are always so informative, and it's just like being in your shop in person." So I really appreciated that comment. She's commented before, but that kind of went along with why I show the DMC, because I know it's often hard to tell the color no matter how good we think the photo is. So I appreciated her comment there. And let's see, let me go ahead and answer another question here. Okay, this was about the Halloween towel, the Stony Creek Halloween Jack that I did, the orange towel. And Joanna from Maltese Circus of Seven said, "The towel is so pretty. I'd be so afraid a kid would grab it and wipe up some nasty mess. Do you do anything special to the back of it since nosy guests could flip it over and look? How about it? Does anyone cover up the back of their towels or afghans or anything like that when they stitch it?" I've stitched towels, and I don't put anything on the back of mine. I have put some holiday towels out, the fingertip towel size, for people to use, and it's never been a problem to wash them. In a guest bath, they're usually not going to be wiping up something from the kitchen or something that messy. They're usually just wiping their hands, I would assume. So it's never been an issue to wash them. I do find that sometimes the stitched portion of the towel kind of curves in a little bit. It kind of shrinks more than the regular towel. So I will often stretch it out when it's damp and iron it dry instead of putting it in the dryer. I may put it in the dryer for a few minutes, but not till it's completely dry. And then I'll kind of pull it. You could also use pins to pin it in place onto your ironing board and then iron the back of it that way. I don't think it's necessary to put something on the back. I've gotten some gifts of fingertip towels where people have put interfacing on the back, and it actually doesn't look that great. And you can tell what it is. It doesn't look like it belongs there, and it doesn't last through more than a few washings. It ends up peeling off anyway. I've seen people put a fabric backing to that area. And if you have a sewing machine and can do that, use a color thread that matches the towel on the front so it doesn't show through. And I suppose you could do that. But that area is going to shrink differently or wash differently than the towel portion because they're not the same fabric content. So I'm not sure if that would work. But maybe if somebody has some experience in that, you could comment on this video about Joanna's towel question. Then I have another comment. It's from Joanna too. Okay, she said, "My daughter just happened to be watching with me when you mentioned me." So I had mentioned her a couple weeks ago too. "Her eyes got as big as saucers when she looked at me in disbelief. Is she talking about you?" So she put a smiley face, and then actually it's a smiley face with tears. Okay. And she said, "Thanks so much for giving me street cred with my daughter. Now she thinks I'm famous on YouTube, LOL." So I got a kick out of that. And I do actually read all your comments. It just takes me so much longer now to answer them. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't take the time to answer them as they come through. I tend to wait and do them all at once, and maybe that's a mistake. But anyway, it is what it is, right? What else? I think I showed everything. So what I have now is the giveaway from last week, and it was the Stitcher's Choice of one of the Dream Journals from Heartstring Samplery. And the random number generator chose Genia Petty. Her answer to the what was the latest book you read question was Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. It was a debut novel by British writer Susanna Clarke, and I looked it up because I had no idea what it was about. And it is set in 19th century England and has been described as a fantasy novel, alternative history, and a historical novel. So take your pick, or it's a combination of all three. It sounds too heavy for me. I don't think it's my style, but maybe somebody else would be interested. And I do plan on going through and checking out all of the books that you mentioned if I hadn't heard of them before. So anyone who's a reader should do the same. It also reached number 3 on the New York Times bestseller list, so it might be worth checking out. So congrats to Genia. And I think with just a wee little bit of editing, I might be done with this one. So see you next week. Bye.